will no doubt talk about throughout both of our semi-finals. The semi-final is underway, and what a way to start here for Brazil. It's wide. It is wide. Barely time to introduce our semi-final. Brazil taking on Japan, and Juninho had a chance, but it's gone wide.
The 87 speed start for Ronnie was clinical to win that through pass, but on the other hand, his finishing is really poor, and that's why we saw missing that really important chance at the in the very first one of the match. Now, the Japanese can relieve a little bit because those kickoff. If you concede in that moment, man, it's difficult to turn out the situation after that one.
So after the early chance for Brazil, they're trying to gallop forward a little bit more now as well. Juninho, of course, winner of Group B. He was by far and away the most clinical player in that group. He looked really strong with this Brazil team. And Richarlison is trying to stick a toe out to prove exactly why. Richarlison was the focal point of his attack. He'll be hoping that he can get him firing early here in the knockout stages. Neymar, no doubt going to look for Richarlison again. There's Fred near side, but he's offside.
That pass back was perfect, but it was offside. Harry is the Brazilian now with the intensity as fire from the very beginning, trying to get the lead and then control the match. But he was close for the second time, but not able to score finally. We'll see now if the Japanese can connect with that Takefusa Kubo. No, how many goals he has scored today, Harry? I don't know. I lost the count on him.
Of course, good games, finishing second in Group A earlier this morning. In fact, I think it finished around midday. So half morning, half afternoon. But either way, Good will be hoping that he can go one further than just runner-up here in Liverpool. Was runner-up, as we said, last month at the World Finals. Was very close to becoming world champion. Ronnie, though, for Brazil, takes a strike from downtown. Seen well by the Japanese goalie.
From downtown, I love that expression. I really
like it. You like that?
Yeah, okay. I like it.
I'm going to write that one down, but for now, we have to keep an eye on the action as Kubo for Japan looks to really set off the first big chance for Japan. And
that was a difficult one.
Gu could not find one of his countrymen there on the virtual pitch. Still a chance, though. Near side, who can he find? Morita again looking for starman Kubo, but it's out of danger now for Brazil.
It seems that Gu is starting to get into the game with those quickly combination that we haven't seen at the beginning of the match. Let's see, he now can find that last pass, that extra that they both players needs to make it into the box and then find the shot.
Nice link up really from both countries so far. 10 minutes to go, still half time. It's been a nice open game. It's not really been too cagey. As you've mentioned, Alex, it's extra time and it's penalties in these best of three games. And also if we need them. Yeah. So you need to make sure you're putting your best foot forward. And that might free up some of the players that we saw perhaps be a bit cagey in the group stages. I'll come back to that as Ronnie with his pace tries to sneak around at the defence. And in our other semi-final, I believe there's a goal that's gone in, so we'll keep an eye on that, Alex. But for now, Japan trying to maybe turn the screw here. One pass too many. Half-time is approaching, but to update you, it's the man who pulled off the great escape that has taken the lead in the other semi-final. Half-time is now in the books. Well, I was going to say early doors in that semi-final. With the thought of extra time and penalties, there might be a bit of a freeing aspect for players like Talon, who did like to try and park the bus, if you will. Good defending, though, from Japan here. And while the ball is trying to advance onto the Brazilian back line, there's been an instant response from Ready For It. He is ready for anything here, and Peru back on level terms.
The perfect timing, because if you let the pass to the Thailand player, he will park the bus with those defensive line. Perfect kickoff, 1-1, game on.
So even in both of our semi-finals. Approaching the hour mark here in Brazil versus Japan.
This is like a chess game. Like they both are trying to move their figures, but no one wants to concede anyone. It's like let's see if someone have the spot to find out, to create a really good chance. Maybe go with this one. No. Nice defense by Brazil. Juninho going forward quickly with Neymar. sending players to the attack. Arthur now, also Ronnie, once again, his main forward this game. He's not finding how to connect with Richarlison. That's the key, no, for the game style of Juninho. Let's see.
They've definitely been nullified by the Japanese tactics here. Rei Noguchi has been there or thereabouts since starting competing in eFootball Mobile. Of course, his first international competition was the World Finals last month. He's here now in Liverpool.
It's not.
Minamino is, well, not enough of an advantage there, says the referee. And as we approach the 90th minute, a reminder, if it stays even, we will have extra time and penalties in each of our semi-final games, because we need winners in each of our matches here. Neymar Jr. on the near side. Who's he got in support? Just crowded out by the Japanese defence. Tomiyasu's thinking of coming, but
I think he was looking for Fred rather than the Richarlison approaching that disruptive movement from the midfielder, from Fred. One of the most useful players in a long time in the football, because his characteristic really fluid into midfielder going forward every single time, really technical as well. I will see 5 minutes left. Harry, no change, 0-0, and potentially open the chances for both to win this game, because we haven't seen any really nice opportunity on any of the goals.
It's a really interesting point you raise, Alex, because it's been such an open game. We haven't had opportunities for any changes to come in, and because it's so open, the referee's assistant has said no added minutes, and Japan, they take the ball back, and we are headed into extra time. We could not have asked for a more action-packed semi-final matchup. Brazil versus Japan, sure it's goalless, but it's provided in the first game our first taste of extra time. Brazil on the offensive!
What a save!
Juninho knows that was a really good chance. Think back to the first couple of minutes, and Brazil had a chance one-on-one with the keeper. That is a big save by the Japanese goalie.
But we saw it was Ronnie with the header, so Ronnie with the header is like a toss coin. Sometimes goes in, sometimes goes out. This time as well went out. But I don't know, corner kick. You saw Juninho having nice ideas in this kind of set pieces, in this kind of situation. You know, this kind of situation could be the defining. No.
Ooh, corner swung in, but again, the Japanese goalkeeper called into action, not for the first time this game. And Brazil, they're starting to turn through the gears now as Ronnie is through one-on-one, and where's this going to go? An extra time goal for Juninho. He won't mind how it's gone in. What matters is that it did go in, and it's advantage Brazil in game one.
He was trying. 1, 2, 3 consecutive chances by Juninho. This time, that save and that rebound, so difficult to clear from good games, and that's it. The own goal on favor of the Brazilian that finally, in the extra time, is taking the lead, and now time to defense.
Those are the margins. We saw one of Gu's defenders trying to give chase, just desperately trying to do anything to clear that ball off the line. And now we see Juninho, his response. Let's shore up at the back. Let's go 5 at the back. Let's go defensive. We don't need any more goals here, because if it stands as it is at the end of 120 minutes, he's going to be one game away from punching his ticket into the grand finals.
But let's see. There's still room for improvement from good games that now has to step up, and it is like a few moments of the extra time has to, find some situation on his favor, maybe looking for those corner kicks, forcing those free kicks as well. That could be clinical. For the moment, really nice spot once again for the man of the tournament for the moment, Juninho. That is once again leading one of his games into this competition.
Has plenty of experience, does Juninho. He's been there, done that. He was at the World Finals, was unfortunate to be drawn into the the eventual World Champions group rent out. And now finds himself 1-0 up over the man who finished runner-up at the World Finals, Japan's Gu Games. here in extra time of game one. If you're just joining us, this is a best of 3. So if we see a Japanese equaliser, we will have penalties. The first period of extra time is coming to a close here.
We'll see now Japan on red, pressing forward, and now is Brazil parking the bus with those 5 center backs plus the 2 blue bars that we just see down the screen next to the map. That means the full team will be focused on the defense, and just the remaining forward will stay on top.
There's 15 minutes, but as we've said, eFootball Mobile ticks down very, very quickly. And 15 minutes will go by in a flash, and it will feel like an eternity for Juninho, who has the 1 goal advantage to defend. But for Gu, it will go by very quickly. 10 minutes until that 1:20 mark in the top corner of your screens.
Wonderful play.
Good build-up by Juninho.
Somehow try to drive defenders out of position, no? And try, why not, score the second one? That will be the end.
Well, we have 5 minutes to go, and Japan need to find themselves an equaliser just to force a penalty shootout. Elsewhere, there's a goal, and it's an equaliser for Peru. Unbelievable turn of events here in our other semi-final. Peru-Thailand is tied up 2 goals to 2.
Yeah, you know, you got the lucky on your side. Then we have the goal, maybe. It's not the end of the match. With the victory of Juninho in the very first match, right after the extra time.